This year, I'm doing two versions of the Our Fantasy Bingo. I'm doing one with books from 25 countries, and then I'm doing another one with solo RPGs. So here's my Our Fantasy Bingo 2025 board for solo RPGs. For this year, I'm focusing on the free games available on itch.io because I don't know my taste in solo RPGs yet. So I kind of want to sample a bunch of different styles of solo RPGs. Going through this bingo will be a good way to figure out what I like. I'll leave a link to the collection on itch.io in the description box below so you can go check it out. But for now, I'll quickly go through each of the games and then explain why I chose this game for the prompt. Starting with Knights and Paladins. The game I've chosen is 5 Minute Knight because obviously it's a game about knights. And I thought it would be like an easy way to get into solo RPGs. It's just like a 5 minute game. So it feels like a good, easy icebreaker to get the project started. Next prompt is Hidden Gem. And the game I've chosen is I Love You, But We Must Fight. The reason I picked this game is because I find it very interesting, but it doesn't have any reviews, so it feels like a hidden gem to me. Next up, published in the 80s, the way I'm interpreting this prompt is that it's a classic, and the game I've chosen for that is Alone Among the Stars because I feel like this is a fundamental game in this genre. It keeps coming up in a lot of discussions, it's recommended very often, and I've seen this being used as a template for a bunch of other games. So this feels like a classic, and I think it fits the prompt. The next prompt is High Fashion. And this is the prompt that kind of solidified the concept of solo RPG bingo board for me because I thought it would be difficult to find a game for this prompt. But then I found Threads of Intrigue in which you play as a tailor for a court of nobles and there's espionage and then court politics that I thought was very interesting. Once I found this game, I felt confident about finding games for the rest of the prompts. Next prompt is Down with the System. And the game I have for this is Shine for the Revolution. It's a solo cyberpunk TTRPG. Next up, we have Impossible Places. And the game I have for this is a novel dungeon. So in this game, you make a dungeon out of the title of a book. So I thought that was an interesting concept of you make a place out of a book title. That's how I'm interpreting Impossible Places for this prompt. Next up, we have Book in Parts. The game I have is Dear Diary. It's a story writing role playing game, but the reason I chose it for this prompt is because it is divided into chapters. So there's 6 chapters, which in my mind is kind of like parts of a book. Next up, we have Gods and Pantheons. And the game I have is just you and your Eldritch God chilling. It can be played solo or two-player. I'm going to play it solo, and it's just you having a conversation with an Eldritch God. And I think I'm going to play this as for my D&D character who's a cleric. I think this would be a good way to get into her mindset and her connection with her god. Next, we have Last in a Series. This was a tricky prompt to find a game for. The way I'm interpreting it is I found a creator on itch.io that I find a lot of their games interesting. So I picked the last one that they published at the time when I put this board together. So the game that I have for this prompt is A Train Ride Home. Next up, we have book club or read along book. I'm interpreting this prompt as like a popular book. And the game I have for this is A Princess with a Cursed Sword. I think this game is very popular because it keeps coming up in a bunch of discussions. It will pop up in multiple places on this bingo because it serves as the foundation for many other games. Next prompt is Parents. And the game I have for this is You Are the Parent in a Children's Book. And the concept is that you know how in D&D or in like fantasy books most of the protagonists are orphans and the question always is like where are the parents. Here's your chance to figure out the answer for yourself. You play as a parent in a children's book and see what fate befalls you. Next up, we have Epistolary, and the game I have is Pride and Gossip, where you run a gossip newspaper. It's giving me Bridgerton vibes, so I might do like a Bridgerton themed gameplay for Pride and Gossip. Next prompt is published in 2025, and the game I have for this is In the Quiet Hours because it was published in 2025. The next prompt is Author of Color, and the game I have for this prompt is the only game on this board that is not technically free, but it's free for me because I have an arc for the game because I know the creator through online Discord and through their online podcast, Infinite Taverns. If you haven't checked it out, you absolutely should. It is an Indian D&D podcast and they do a fantastic job with it. So yeah, go check out the podcast and also the game. Next prompt is small press or self-published. Technically, all the games on this board fit this prompt, so I chose the one that I have been interested in and didn't fit any of the other prompts. So the game I want to play for this prompt is Protector Bard Seer. Next prompt is Biopunk, and the game I have for that is An Unknown Journal. It is post-apocalyptic TTRPG, and it's where mysterious beings have taken over human bodies. So I think that's pretty biopunk to me. Next up, we have Elves and Dwarves, and the game I have for that is Corporate Fae, where you are a fae who is indulging in some light corporate espionage. Next prompt is LGBTQIA protagonist, and the game I have for that is Gay Knights, which is very fitting because the book I have for that is also about gay knights. Next up, we have 5 short stories. You are allowed to substitute one prompt on the board from a prompt from the previous year. I'm doing that for the fantasy book bingo. So I'm also doing that for this board. And the game I have for this is Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss. It's giving me Love Island vibes. So I wonder if I can do like a Love Island themed gameplay for this game. Next up, we have Stranger in a Strange Land, and the game I have is Reincarnated as the Unlovable Villainess. The artwork is giving me very Laudna from Critical Role vibes, which is very interesting because she is also a reincarnated character who comes back not as a villainess, but other people are kind of afraid of her. And in this game, you are reincarnated into a fantasy game that you love, but not as the protagonist, but as the villainess. Next up, we have Recycle a Bingo Square, and the prompt I'm using for the book bingo is adaptation. So for the book bingo, I'm using a novel to screen adaptation. So for the solo RPG bingo, I thought it would be fun to do a solo RPG to novel adaptation. And so the game I have for this is Roll for Novel. Next up, we have Cozy SFF, and the game I have is Sweaters by Hedgehog. Next, we have Generic Title, and the game I have for this is The Court of Nothing, a game about trading and securing political favors in a court. Next up is Not a Book. For the book bingo version of this prompt, I did an in-person game, a D&D game with a group. So for the solo RPG version, I wanted to do another real-life adventure, and I found a game for that. I love that there's a game for everything. And the game I found is Something to Fight For, which is an RPG, IRL style micro RPG. I have no clue what that means, but I'm very excited to find out. And then the last prompt is Pirates. And the game I have is Pirates and Propriety, where you play as pirates and then you loot ships, but then you also enjoy a nice cup of tea and conversation. And that sounds lovely. So that's my bingo board for the solo RPG version of the Our Fantasy Bingo. I don't expect to get to all of these games, but even if I get like a bingo, like if I just play 5 games, I think that will be 5 games more than what I would have played otherwise. Very excited about this project. I will leave a link to the collection in the description box below so you can go check it out. And happy playing! Bye!